The morning sun rose over Copenhagen, Denmark, but in the Lego headquarters, there was no light to be found. In 2003, the company that had built an empire from small plastic bricks was losing nearly $1 million every single day. The walls that had once echoed with the sounds of success and celebration now felt empty and cold. Nobody wanted to admit it out loud, but everyone knew the truth. Lego was dying, but our story doesn't start in 2003. It starts 70 years earlier, in 1932, when a poor Danish carpenter named Ole Kirk Christensen decided to make wooden toys in his small workshop. Europe was suffering through the Great Depression. Money was scarce, people had nothing, but Ole Kirk believed that even when times were hard, families still wanted to give their children toys. He started small, very small. A wooden toy here, a wooden car there. His workshop was tiny, his tools were old, and his bank account was nearly empty. But he had something nobody could take away from him: imagination and determination. In 1932, nobody could have predicted that his little wooden toys would change the world forever. The company grew slowly. Then, in 1949, Ole Kirk made a decision that would define everything that came next. He looked at the future and saw plastic injection molding machines were expensive. Nobody was sure they would work. Nobody knew if families would buy plastic toys. It was terrifying. It was risky. It was exactly what Lego needed. The company invested heavily in this new technology. Workers held their breath. Families wondered if this new plastic would even last, but it worked. The plastic bricks were stronger, cheaper to make, and more interesting than wooden toys. They could be connected together. One brick could connect to another, and another, and another. It was revolutionary. By the 1980s and 1990s, Lego had become a money-making machine. Children all around the world loved Lego. Parents bought Lego for birthdays and Christmas. Stores couldn't keep Lego bricks on the shelves fast enough. The company made enormous profits. The company grew bigger and stronger every single year. Lego seemed unstoppable. But then, something changed. Something that nobody at Lego saw coming. In the 1990s and early 2000s, a new enemy appeared. It wasn't another toy company. It wasn't a new product. It was something far more powerful. Video games: Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft. These companies created games that lit up screens, made exciting sounds, and pulled children away from their toys. The question that kept Lego managers awake at night was simple but terrifying. How do we compete against a computer screen? Lego bricks don't light up, they don't make beeping sounds, they don't show explosions or create special effects. A Lego brick just sits there. It's colorful, it's fun, but it can't do what a video game can do. Parents started buying video games instead of Lego sets. Children spent hours staring at screens instead of building with bricks. Lego's sales began to drop. The company that had been so powerful suddenly looked weak. Instead of facing this problem directly, Lego made a terrible mistake. The company tried to be everything to everyone. They thought that if they created more products, they would make more money. They started theme parks. They created clothing lines. They made Lego video games, ironically trying to compete with other games by making their own. They created hundreds of new brick pieces and designs. They made Lego furniture. They made Lego computer accessories. They tried to do everything. Imagine you own a small lemonade stand that works perfectly. Every day, customers come, buy delicious lemonade, and you make good money. The business runs smoothly. Then one day you decide to expand. You start selling hamburgers. Then you sell bicycles. Then you sell hats. Then you sell ice cream. Now your small stand is confused. Workers don't know what to do. Customers don't know what they're buying. The kitchen is a mess. You have too much food spoiling. Bicycles are falling over everywhere. And suddenly, you're not making more money anymore. You're actually losing money. This is exactly what happened to Lego. All these different products meant Lego needed to make more things. That meant buying more materials. That meant paying more workers. That meant renting bigger buildings to store all the products. That meant spending money on advertising for 10 different types of products instead of one. The company's capital, which is the money the company has available to spend, became tied up in inventory that wasn't selling. Warehouses overflowed with Lego products that nobody wanted. The company's debt of money Lego had borrowed and needed to pay back grew and grew. Meanwhile, the money coming in from sales was dropping and dropping. It was like watching a ship sink in slow motion. By 2003, the situation had become desperate. The numbers were shocking. Lego was losing $1 million every day. The company's debt was massive. Stores had too much Lego inventory they could unsell. The supply chain costs were exploding. Children were choosing video games over bricks. Financial analysts started asking serious questions. Investors whispered to each other, "Is Lego finished? Is the plastic brick obsolete? Should we sell our shares while we still can?" The company that had ruled the toy industry for decades was now fighting for its very survival. In 2004, Lego brought in a new CEO named Jørgen Vig Knudstorp. He wasn't a toy maker, he wasn't a Lego historian. He was a former business consultant who understood one thing better than almost anyone else: capital discipline. This means being smart and careful about how you spend money. When Knudstorp arrived at Lego headquarters, he didn't try to save the company the easy way. He didn't create new products. He didn't make the marketing more exciting. He did something much harder. He started saying no. First, he sold the theme parks. Lego had built beautiful theme parks around the world. They were impressive, they made money, but they weren't the most profitable part of the business, and they required enormous amounts of capital. Knudstorp sold them. The money from this sale went directly to paying down Lego's debt. Next, he looked at the product lines. Lego had created hundreds of different brick pieces, designs, and product lines. Instead of celebrating this diversity, Knudstorp saw it as confusion. He began cutting. He slashed unnecessary variations. He removed product lines that weren't making good profits. Some long-time Lego employees were shocked, but this is Lego, they said. Knudstorp responded, no, real Lego is profitable Lego. The key to his entire strategy was different from what most business leaders do. Most leaders chase revenue. They want to sell more stuff. They want to say, look how much money came in. But Knudstorp chased something different. Return on invested capital. This means he wanted to know, for every dollar we spend, how much profit do we actually make? This simple shift in thinking changed everything. But Knudstorp made one more move that changed Lego's future completely. Instead of fighting video games, Lego partnered with them. This was brilliant thinking. Instead of saying, video games are evil, stay away from them, Lego said, video games are popular. Let's use that to help Lego. Lego partnered with Warner Brothers, the giant movie studio. They created Lego video games that were actually good. These games let children play with Lego bricks on their screens. But here's the key. These games made children want to buy physical Lego sets too. Kids would play the Lego video game, see cool Lego builds they could make, and then ask their parents to buy the real Lego sets. The video games became advertising for the real product. But it went even further. Lego partnered with movie studios to create the Lego movie. This wasn't a boring commercial for toys. It was a funny, entertaining, exciting movie that children actually wanted to watch. The movie showed Lego bricks as cool and fun. It made Lego relevant to a new generation of kids who had grown up thinking Lego was their parents' toy. The movie was a massive success. Suddenly, children around the world wanted Lego again. The strategy worked because Lego didn't try to fight against video games and screens. Instead, they used screens to sell more Lego bricks. This is the definition of smart capital allocation. Knudstorp spent money in the right places instead of trying to spend money everywhere. The results shocked everyone. Within just a few years, Lego transformed completely. The company went from losing $1 million a day to making enormous profits. Operating margins, the percentage of money that becomes profit, surged upward. Debt shrank. Cash flow exploded. Employees who had worried about losing their jobs started celebrating. By 2010, Lego had become the most profitable toy company in the world. By 2015, Lego overtook Mattel, a massive toy company that had dominated the industry for decades. Lego became the world's largest toy manufacturer by revenue. Investors who had once feared losing all their money now wrote articles praising Lego's brilliance. Business schools started teaching Lego's comeback as a case study. The company that was almost bankrupt became a model for how to survive in a changing world. But the Lego story teaches us something bigger than just Lego came back. It teaches us something about money itself. Lego proved that in business, complexity kills capital efficiency. When Lego tried to do everything, they did nothing well. When Knudstorp cut away the confusion and focused on what really worked, the company came back to life. The companies that survive aren't always the ones that spend the most money. They're the ones that spend money smartly. They're the ones that think carefully about where every dollar goes. They're the ones that say no to ideas that don't make sense, even if those ideas sound exciting. Today, many big companies are making Lego's old mistake. They're expanding too fast. They're trying to be everything to everyone. They're confused about what they're actually trying to do. They're losing capital efficiency without even realizing it. Lego's story is really about three things: capital, crisis, and comeback. It's about what happens when a company runs out of money. It's about what happens when leadership finally realizes they need to change. It's about how hard work and smart thinking can save a company that seemed completely finished. But here's the question that matters most. If another big crisis hits tomorrow, will today's giant companies know how to survive? Or are they quietly making the same mistakes that nearly destroyed Lego in 2003? Lego had to learn these lessons the hard way, almost losing everything. But the company came back because Jørgen Vig Knudstorp understood one simple truth. Sometimes saving a company means cutting away everything that doesn't matter so that what truly matters can finally shine again. The plastic bricks that once seemed worthless, they were never the problem. The problem was everything else surrounding them. When Lego finally figured that out, the plastic bricks became valuable again. And that, more than anything, is the real story of Lego.